Honey, let's have a kiss. To prove it to them.
My life as a beggar spiraled out of control after a fake kiss and a huge check. It all started with a simple act of kindness. I offered a fortune as a reward, but he looked at me like I was a delusional scammer.
A girlfriend? Got it.
His mother called, screaming for a girlfriend. Desperate, he turned to me. The beggar he just met. A temporary girlfriend? Why not? It's the perfect cover for my experiment. Before I started this charade, I had my secretary prepare everything. To the world, I'm the billionaire at the top of the Forbes list. But today, I'm just a girl looking for the truth about people. I ordered a beggar outfit and another check. No questions asked, just results. That's how I run my empire. While I was out in my disguise, I ran into Sun Xiaoxiao, an old classmate who clearly forgot the meaning of humility. She and her husband treated me like a stain on the sidewalk.
Let me take a picture. Humph. Let's go.
They actually took a photo to mock me. Sun Xiaoxiao has no idea that the project she's so proud of was a gift from me. I can take it away just as easily as I gave it. The next day, Fan Wantang found me again. He offered me $200 a day to play his girlfriend. For a billionaire, it was pocket change. But for this game, it was the perfect price.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
I agreed. He thought he was helping a beggar, but I was the one about to give him the show of a lifetime. A quick makeover left him stunned. Then he started fanboying over the legendary chairwoman me to my very face.
She got into a top global university at 18, started her car company at 22, went public at 25, and is known globally as the goddess of racing. A woman like her is the one meant for me.
He has high standards, but warned me against forbidden feelings. We'll see about that. I secretly arranged a $5 million gift for the village. We're doing this birthday my way. At the feast, everyone was showing off. Qi Youmeng, the village's self-proclaimed princess, tried to steal the spotlight with a $50,000 donation. The neighbors were practically worshipping her.
Godmother, your favorite goddaughter is back. Godmother, how could I miss your 50th birthday?
She's arrogant, but she's about to realize that 50,000 is nothing compared to the storm I'm bringing. Qi Youmeng didn't just want to show off her money, she wanted my man. She brought up some old marriage promise, trying to push me out before I even sat down.
What? You want to marry A Tang?
The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. But Fang Wantang surprised me by standing his ground. Qi Youmeng attacked my background after seeing us on a tractor, immediately branding me a fraud.
Owns a factory? Don't think I'm blind. She and brother Tang clearly came back on a tractor. At least my dad is a mine owner. I drive a car at the very least. If her family really owned a factory, how could they arrive on a tractor?
She thought she had me cornered, but she didn't realize that, in my world, a tractor is just a choice, not a limitation. I claimed my family makes Laosra cars, the province's top brand. Fang Wantang looked ready to have a heart attack.
What? Her family has 3 cars? Xiao Tang, is that true? You really have 3 cars?
The room went silent. I might have overplayed my hand, but watching their faces was worth every penny. Of course, they didn't believe me. They started citing Future Group as the only real power, not knowing they were insulting the very person they were praising.
Exactly. Future Group is the pride of Nan Province, and its founder, God of Racing, is a legend in the financial world. And you dare say you manufacture Laosra?
It's funny how people use my own name to try and put me down. They have no idea who they're dealing with. Qi Youmeng was relentless. She convinced Fang's mother that I was just a rental girlfriend. The whole village started whispering, calling us fake.
What? You rented a girlfriend? You...
He must act, now. To prove our love, he kissed me before the crowd. My heart skipped a beat. Was this still an act?
Fine, I get it. You want to see? I'll give you what you want. Honey, let's have a kiss. To prove it to them.
The village went wild, but as I looked into his eyes, I realized this fake relationship just got very real. How much longer can I keep my secret when things are heating up like this?
Even if it's real, so what? You're just common workers who came home on a tractor.
That kiss felt real, blurring the line between acting and reality. But Qi Youmeng was determined to kill the mood. She couldn't stand a beggar winning. She mocks the tractor, unaware it was my choice. In her world, wealth is war. In mine, it's controlled.
Answer me! Are you deceiving your own kin? Speak up now!
Pressure mounted as Fang's mother demanded the truth about my factory. I saw him sweating under her glare. He stuttered, pale and desperate. I couldn't let him drown in a lie I helped build. I dropped the humble act. If they wanted the truth, I'd give them a title to haunt their dreams.
The founder of Neo Group and the god of racing. That's me.
The silence was glorious. They thought I was crazy, but the real show was just beginning. While they mocked me, thugs arrived to smash a car. Chi Yumeng tried using her father's name, but it backfired spectacularly.
You really don't know any better. Smash her car right now.
Her father's name meant nothing. Glass shattered, and the village princess became just another helpless bystander. I offered to move the car without keys. Chi Yumeng called me a liar, hoping the thugs would attack me.
Oh, you think you can move this car?
She was convinced I was just bragging to save face, but I didn't need her permission or her approval to prove her wrong. I just needed a clear path to the driver's seat. I hotwired the car and drifted through the village, leaving everyone in shock as the engine roared.
Only ordinary people need keys to drive, but I'm different. I'm the god of racing.
For a moment, the beggar vanished. Only the legend remained, and the look on Xiumeng's face was worth more than the car I was driving. The thugs weren't just impressed, they were completely awestruck. The leader, who was ready to smash everything minutes ago, literally dropped to his knees, begging to be my apprentice, right there in the dirt.
Yes, thank you, master. Thank you, master.
I brushed them off like annoying flies. I had a birthday banquet to finish, and a mother-in-law to win over, and I didn't have time for local thugs playing student. Instead of backing down, Chi Yumeng turned my skill into a crime. She twisted the narrative, telling everyone that only a professional car thief could drive like that, without keys. She was playing on their ignorance and their fear.
The truth is out now. She's no rich heiress. She's just a car thief.
She invented lies to drag me down, but only dug a deeper hole for herself. Qi Yumeng mocked our $10,000 gift, comparing it to her own $50,000 donation.
As the daughter-in-law, meeting her for the first time, and on her 50th birthday, you only give $10,000?
She told me to get out, acting like she owned the place. She had no idea that $10,000 was just a small change I kept in my pocket for tips. I was tired of the petty bickering and the constant insults. I decided to drop a bomb that would either clear the room or make them choke on their own words. I wasn't playing small anymore.
I've already ordered $1 million in cash, and it'll be here soon.
The laughter that followed was deafening. They thought I was hallucinating, or just a very bad liar. But the truth was already on its way, roaring down the road. I called my secretary in front of them, so they could hear the truth themselves.
Chairman, we've entered the village and will arrive shortly.
Qiyumeng rolled her eyes, convinced I was faking, blind to the reality crashing down. Luxury engines echoed through the village. Qiyumeng claimed the motorcade was for her, not me.
Are you saying that the people driving that car are here for you? Let's just see for ourselves, shall we?
I didn't need to say another word. The look on her face when the car stopped exactly in front of me was a better reward than any billion-dollar contract. I presented a simple box. The villagers prepared insults, expecting nothing but trash from a beggar.
What could it possibly be? He's just a common laborer who came home on a tractor. What could he possibly afford?
They were all waiting for the punchline, their mouths open for one last laugh. But as the lid opened, the laughter died instantly. What was inside that would turn their world upside down and finally reveal who I really am?
I am actually not the beggar you found on the side of the road, but the hidden founder of Future Group.
The bag was about to be opened, and everyone was waiting for the beggar to be exposed. But before the lid came off, Fang Wantang grabbed me, his eyes full of panic. He thought I was just throwing our lives away for a moment of pride. He had no idea that the punchline I was about to deliver would turn their entire world into a joke. I said it clearly, but the words just bounced off his worried face. To him, I was a girl he saved. To me, he was the only person in this room who wasn't a shark. I told the old lady to look inside. Her hands trembled with greed and suspicion as she reached for the bag.
Cut the chatter. If you think I'm lying, open it and see for yourself.
She unzipped it, and the mockery died instantly, replaced by a heavy silence. A house deed and car keys. The old lady looked like she'd seen a ghost.
This house and car belong to my family.
Suddenly, I wasn't a beggar anymore. I was a miracle. But in this village, some people would rather believe a lie than admit they were wrong. Desperate, Qi Yomeng screamed about fakes, trying to convince the crowd the deed was a toy.
What do a deed and some car keys prove? If you want them, I could bring you a whole sack of them. Toy vendors outside sell every kind of car key imaginable. Besides, house deeds can be faked. Even ID cards can be forged.
She wanted proof? Fine. My secretary was already leading the motorcade into the village. Let's see her call a fleet of armored luxury cars a toy. She stood there, announcing her $100,000 gift as if she'd just donated a loan. She thought she was the pinnacle of wealth, throwing money at the old lady to buy her loyalty.
Mom, the money is on this card. You can withdraw it whenever you like. The password is 1234567.
100 grand? That's cute. She was so proud of that little card, completely unaware that I lose more than that in the couch cushions of my penthouse. I told them I don't use cards because my accounts are too heavy. Sun Xiaoxiao's face froze.
Sorry. I have too much money in my account, so I don't give cards.
She recognized me then. The girl she used to look down on was now the one looking down on her, and she hated every second of it. Feng Xu, the man who dumped me, tried to humiliate me by calling me leftovers.
He's my ex. The one I dumped like trash. I didn't expect you to pick up my leftovers.
He really thought he was doing something. He didn't realize that being dumped by him was the best business move I ever made. He claimed he saw me begging. The villagers loved it, wanting to see me in the dirt.
I saw her on the street yesterday, acting like a beggar.
A beggar? Sure. I was testing the world to see who was real, and all I found was a room full of people who only respect you if you have a price tag on your sleeve. Sun Xiaoxiao started lecturing me about her skyscrapers and her status. She'd forgotten where her first big break came from. It was time to remind her that her entire empire was built on the crumbs I let her have.
Everything she has now is nothing more than charity I gave her.
The contractor was just a parasite I'd fed too long. Now, the buffet is closed. My secretary stepped in, shutting down insults with a single title. The room went cold.
You dare call our chairman a beggar? You're asking for trouble.
Chairman. The word hung in the air like a death sentence. They wanted a fraud, but they found a force of nature they couldn't control. Feng Xu showed everyone photos of me as a beggar, hoping to save his ego.
Humph. I'll take out the photos and show you right now. Look at this. She's a beggar through and through.
He thought the photo proved I was poor, failing to see the power before him. The old lady finally snapped. She called me a dirty liar and told me to get out, her face twisted with rage. She'd rather keep her pride than accept $1 million gift from someone she'd already insulted.
How humiliating. You dirty liar. Take your fakes and get out.
I offered her a way out, a chance to regret her words before the real storm hit. But she was too far gone in her own arrogance. To save me, Feng Wantang lied and said he'd just hired me to play a part.
She's not my girlfriend. I rented her.
He rented me? Now they think I'm an actress, unaware I own this ground.
Have you lost your mind? Why on earth would you rent a girlfriend?
He actually said it. Feng Wantang thought calling me a rental would be my shield. But in this room of vultures, it was just an invitation to tear me apart. Now the whole family is looking at me like I'm a cheap prop he bought to save face. And the old lady looks like she's about to have a stroke from the humiliation. Qiyomeng accused me of being a car thief, just because I moved President Liu's car.
What? Is she a car thief? How dare you steal my car?
She stood there with a smug grin, claiming I broke into it with my bare hands. She wanted the crowd to see a criminal, not the woman who could buy this entire village if she felt like it. The villagers turned on me, claiming they saw nothing. Only Feng Wantang stood up for me.
See? President Liu? I told you she was lying. No one can prove her story.
I told them the truth. I have so much wealth that I became a beggar to find a genuine heart.
Fine. Let me start by telling you why I'm a beggar in the first place. Because I have way too much money, more than I could ever spend. I felt my life had no purpose, so I wanted to help people. But you can't just help anyone, so I posed as a beggar on the streets to see who still had kindness and empathy. That's when I met A Tang.
Sun Xiaoxiao was confused. They couldn't fathom begging for fun rather than survival. They laughed at my honesty. Feng Xu was the first to try and kick me out like trash.
That's enough, Ning Qing. Stop your smooth talk and self-delusion. Okay? It's my mother's 50th birthday. Stop embarrassing yourself and get out.
Even Feng Wantang, pressured by the weight of his family's rage, told me to leave. He thought he was saving me from further embarrassment, but he was just letting them win the first round. When President Liu flexed his car, I told him it was just a piece of junk.
Shut it, your car was blocking the way. I was helping move it. A mere $500,000 car is nothing special. My family has a warehouse full of them, and the cheapest ones cost over $1 million. Who would care about your piece of junk?
My secretary arrived and announced my power. The word chairwoman hit Sun Xiaoxiao like lightning.
I think you're the ignorant ones. The chairwoman's status is like a star in the sky. Who are you to laugh at her?
He laid out my credentials, the founder of Neo Group, the producer of the world's finest cars. But these peasants were so blinded by their own small-town egos, they still thought it was all a scam. Then came the roar of the engines. My fleet had arrived, turning the dusty village road into a luxury showroom. I stood there as the armored motorcade surrounded us, watching Sun Xiaoxiao and Qiyomeng struggle to keep their jaws from hitting the floor.
I wonder who the honored guest is. I'll go welcome them. Which guest has come for my birthday?
They claimed the cars were rentals, so I had my guard show them the factory certificates.
You people just never learn. The new cars I'm gifting today, bring out the factory certificates and show them properly.
I watched Feng Shu's face go pale as he realized the leftovers he dumped were actually the keys to a kingdom he'd never be allowed to enter. I confirmed I am the chairman of Future Group. Every cent they envied came from me.
My secretary already told you. I am the founder and chairman of Future Group. Does that give me the right to buy them?
Sun Xiaoxiao tried one last desperate move, bringing up my childhood poverty like it was a weapon. She thought reminding everyone I once ate scraps would diminish my current throne. She forgot one crucial detail. I'm the reason she's not eating scraps herself.
What you said is true. It was actually because you gave me those pancakes that I tried every way to help you, supported you to get contracts, helped you become a contractor, and allowed you to get rich. I didn't expect you'd forget your roots, become cold-hearted, and turn your back on your friends. It seems you are simply not meant for this level of wealth.
I told her the truth, that her entire lifestyle was a charity project. I started out of gratitude for a few pancakes. But since she decided to bite the hand that fed her, it was time to close the kitchen. She didn't believe I could take it back. I made a call that ended her career instantly.
Halt all of Sun Xiaoxiao's projects immediately.
Her empire vanished, but a cold shadow in the crowd was watching. Who is pulling the strings?
The people here really disappoint me, but I'm still happy because I met you. You're very kind. If possible, I want to marry you.
That cold shadow from the crowd might have slipped away, but the vultures in this room are still circling. I'm tired of the noise and the insults. Looking at the chaos around me, I realize that only one person here has a soul worth saving. I decide to stop playing games and tell him exactly how I feel, right in front of everyone.
I knew it. See? I was right. Your true colors are finally showing. Then it's quite simple. She's just a beggar who happened to run into my cousin, who is being pressured by his godmother to marry. The whim, he paid $200 to rent her as a temporary girlfriend. But this woman is after my cousin's money and looks. She's trying to make the act real, pretending to be wealthy. Trying to clear her name? Too bad. The real Ning Qing is a nationwide famous financial genius. Countless elite heirs adore her. Would she ever look at my cousin?
My confession sparked chaos. Qi Yumeng laughed, calling me a cheap rental worth only $200. They call me a scammer, unaware that I am the very person they're trying to impersonate. Sun Xiaoxiao gloats, unaware her world is on the timer. I start the countdown to her empire's end.
3, 2, 1.
The clock hits 0. She's about to find out that, when I pull the plug, there's no way to turn the lights back on. Contracts vanished, but she refused to believe Zhang Duwang is my student. To them, it's just a joke.
Because the owner of Duwang Group, Zhang Duwang, was also mentored by me. Do you understand now?
They laugh, pointing out that Zhang Duwang is 50 while I'm in my 20s. Their small minds can't grasp that wisdom and power don't always follow a birth certificate. While they mock me, the old lady starts to get nervous. She's seen the business reports, and she knows something is wrong. Desperate to save face, Fang Xu convinces Sun Xiaoxiao to call her so-called god-sister, Zhang Fan. They think they're calling in reinforcements, but they're just inviting their own destruction. Sun Xiaoxiao expects my execution, demanding I kneel for mercy. I just smile at the irony.
Ning Qing, I'll give you one last chance. Kneel before me now, and it won't be too late to beg.
We'll see who ends up on their knees. Their arrogance is a pit they're about to fall into. Zhang Fan finally arrives, storming in like she owns the village. She's ready to defend her little sister and expose me as a fraud. Sun Xiaoxiao is practically vibrating with joy, thinking her savior has finally come to put the beggar in her place.
I am the lady of Duwang Group, and its sole heir. How come I've never heard of a VIP like you?
She stands there with her nose in the air, calling me a fraud. It's almost cute how much she believes in her own importance, unaware that she's talking to the person who built her father's throne. I told Zhang Fan she's not qualified to speak to me. She reacted with pure rage.
To be honest, you aren't qualified to speak to me. Have your father come and talk to me himself.
She threatens to finish me in this province, but I just pull out my phone. One call is all it takes to show her who's really in charge here. I dial Zhang Dewang's number right in front of her. I tell him to get his daughter under control before I do it for him. But Zhang Fan just laughs, claiming her father's phone is dead and that he's halfway across the world. She thinks she's caught me in a lie.
Zhang Duwang, you're in trouble. Come to Song Village, the Nangong family right now.
She tries to call him herself to prove me wrong, only to find his phone is indeed off. She takes it as proof that I'm faking, never realizing that he's already on his way because he knows better than to keep me waiting. Zhang Fan loses her patience and orders her goons to break my legs. She wants to throw me in jail for the crime of hurting her ego. But before they can even take a step toward me, my secretary steps in. The look of shock on their faces is priceless when they realize I'm not alone.
I dare anyone to touch her.
The elders called me a fraud. I told them Sun Xiaoxiao is the real disgrace to this family.
Auntie, you'll soon realize it's not me making your family lose face, but Sun Xiaoxiao.
They don't want to hear it. They're so blinded by the promise of Daewon Group's money that they'd rather believe a lie than see the billionaire standing in their living room. Zhang Duang arrived. They demanded revenge. thinking I was finally crushed.
I heard someone was slandering Dewang Group and bullying my stepsister, so I came to see who is so blind.
Zhang Duwang looks at me, and I see the color drain from his face. He knows exactly who is standing in front of him, and he knows he's about to have a very bad day. Instead of attacking, Zhang Duwang dropped to his knees, begging for my forgiveness.
Zhang Duwang pays respects to the big boss.
The villagers froze. Their benefactor was bowing to the woman they treated like trash. Zhang Feng claimed I cast a spell. Her father snapped, demanding she apologize to the true power.
Shut up. She is the big boss behind Dewang Group. Apologize to her now.
The final blow lands when Zhang Duwang reveals the secret he's kept for years. Every project, every contract, every bit of success Sun Xiaoxiao ever had was because I ordered it. I was her mysterious benefactor, and she just bit the hand that fed her.
You're saying that mysterious boss is her?
Their empire crumbled, but a cold gaze still watches from the shadows. Who is hiding there?
You ungrateful brat. You still dare to insult the big boss.
That cold shadow from the window is still watching me. But right now, I have more immediate trash to deal with. Sun Xiaoxiao hasn't realized that her world is already on a timer. Zhang Duang's hand moves faster than her mouth can spew venom, delivering a slap that should have silenced her for good.
You heard him right, Godfather? My brother rented her for $200 a day to be his girlfriend. How could she be the big boss?
Even with a stinging cheek, Sun Xiaoxiao is still delusional. She and her brother Feng Xu are so blinded by their own arrogance that they're still trying to measure my worth by the $200 they think I was rented for. She's actually threatening to send me to prison for fraud. I watch her scream, wondering how someone can be this loud and this wrong at the same time. Zhang Duwang is reaching his breaking point with these fools.
You heard him right, Godfather? My brother rented her for $200 a day to be his girlfriend. How could she be the big boss?
Sun Xiaoxiao thinks she earned her success, unaware every project was my gift to her.
Miss Ning repeatedly told me that you are from her hometown. Even if you were good for nothing, I was told to force success upon you. Fan Fan, did I not tell you? To get closer to her because she has a big boss behind her. Who is the person behind our Dewang Group? Did I say that or not?
My student revealed my name. Sun Xiaoxiao went pale as the truth finally hit her.
She's the global financial genius, the founder of Neo Group, the racing legend Ning Qing.
The atmosphere shifted. Grandma suddenly became my fan, asking for the $1 million she rejected.
She's the racing god. Then she must be incredibly wealthy, right? Was that gift of $1 million she promised me actually real? Oh, my dear daughter-in-law. Are the car and the real estate deed you gave me for real?
She thinks $1 million gift is something she can just pick back up after spitting on it. I don't give second chances to people who trade their loyalty for a price tag. I see her desperate smile, and it only makes me more certain.
Then she must be incredibly wealthy, right? Was that gift of $1 million she promised me actually real? Oh, my dear daughter-in-law. Are the car and the real estate deed you gave me for real?
Qi Yumeng claimed the racing god always wears a mask, refusing to accept the legend as me.
Right. I know the racing god never shows her true face. With such fanatical fans, she doesn't want to be disturbed. Someone as flashy as her is definitely a fraud.
Zhang Duwang collapsed in the panic. They'd forgotten his life-saving medicine.
Don't you always carry it? Let me see. Hurry and look. Where's the medicine? Where is it?
Selfish woman.
So what? Chairman was under your spell and lies when he gave that order. Once he wakes up, he'll naturally support me again. Then you'll be ruined.
I granted Fang Wantang a photo. He was the only one who showed me kindness.
Fine, let's take a picture.
Qi Yumeng tried to force a public proposal. Fang Wantang stood his ground, refusing her.
No way. I'll never agree to this.
Qi Yumeng thinks she can buy the grandmother's approval with a few cars and villas. It's pathetic how easily this family can be bought. And even more pathetic how she thinks this makes her a winner.
Miss Zhuang's father owns coal mines. With the cars and the house, you'd be living the high life by marrying her. As for this woman named Ning, she's just a reject I threw away. Staying with her, aren't you afraid of being a laughingstock?
I'm done with her bragging. I'll show her real power and what her father will do.
Believe it or not, I can make your father come here and apologize to me himself.
Qi Yumeng makes the call, and her father, Qi Yuancheng, is already seeing red. He slams his desk in a rage, having no idea he's about to walk into a buzzsaw. He thinks he's coming to Song Village to squash a bug, but he's about to meet his master.
What? Who's so bold? Stealing a man from my daughter? And making me apologize to her personally? Humph, just you wait. I'm going to see who this lunatic is. I'll take her to Meiyang and finish her.
Qi Yuancheng is used to intimidation, but he's bringing a knife to a nuclear war.
If you want me to invest, it's not impossible. Go book a room immediately, send me the number, and I'll meet you after I handle this.
His empire is one call away from dust. A cold gaze still watches from the shadows. Who is the master?
Go, call the head of the coal authority for me. I want to see what that man is truly made of.
That cold gaze from the shadows is still watching, but I have a more immediate empire to dismantle. Qi Yuancheng thinks his coal mines make him a god in this town, so I'll just call the one person who can turn his wealth into dust.
You must be delusional. Do you have any idea of the head's status? Even with 3 mines, my family wouldn't dare sit at the same table. What kind of lowlife are you? She knows nothing about the coal authority. Mine owners are all top-tier wealthy people. Even the elite among them can barely manage a word with the head. She doesn't even have a bike, yet she's dreaming of coal authority ties and calling the head here.
My phone call sends Ji Yumeng into a fit of laughter. She and the old lady think I'm just a lowlife, dreaming of ties I could never have. They've spent so long looking down at people that they've forgotten how to look up at the real power. Fang Wantan begged me to run, but I stayed. The clock is ticking for the Qi family.
Chairman, the coal authority head says she's arriving now.
They think the chairwoman's arrival is a scam, convinced I'm just a nobody.
Humph. I know it's impossible. I'm just mocking her. I'm going to expose...
I promised Feng Wantang that every person who mocked him will regret their blindness today. Qi Yumen keeps barking. The loudest people always have the least to lose. I asked Feng Wantang what car he likes, then ordered a supercar delivered immediately.
Call them. Have a sports car delivered now.
My secretary doesn't hesitate. She knows that when I want something, the world moves to make it happen. The butcher walked into my trap.
Who dares to bully my daughter and demands an apology from me?
Qi Yuancheng looks at me like I'm a bug he's about to step on. He finds it hilarious that I expected an apology. I don't mind his laughter, it makes the coming silence so much sweeter.
I bet you will apologize. Except I won't accept it.
He's threatened me, but they have no idea who they're talking to. I enjoy watching people dig their own graves with their tongues. He laughed at the idea of me calling the president. I'm just waiting for his world to burn.
That's the biggest load of trash I've ever heard. You've completely lost your mind.
I ignored his goons. No petty coal miner will stop me from buying a car for my husband.
I said today, no matter what, you will apologize to me. But before that, I need to buy this car for my husband, okay?
Qi Yumen wanted to watch me fail to pay. A classic mistake to assume I'm broke.
A cat always toys with its prey before finally finishing it off. Didn't she say she's buying a car? Let's watch her. And wait for her to humiliate herself.
Qi Yumen was desperate to see a zero in my account. I just called for the paperwork.
Bring out the contract already.
Sun Xiaoxiao laughed, unable to grasp my wealth. I just looked at her with pity. She knows the price of things, but not the value of power. Sun Xiaoxiao is so sure I'm bluffing that she offers a bet. If I have the money, she'll kneel and call me master. I accept the deal. I've always wanted to see her on her knees, and today, she's going to bark for me.
Fine. Then kneel and bark like a dog, and get out of this village. Don't humiliate yourself in front of me.
My secretary brought in stacks of cash. Feng Xu screamed that it must be fake.
How is this possible? How could she have this much money? It must be fake.
They desperately cling to the hope that the money's fake. But when the detector starts counting and confirms over $1 million in cold hard cash, the color drains from their faces. The beggar just bought a fleet.
The banknote is genuine.
The manager handed over the keys with a bow. To me, this is just another Tuesday.
Haha, alright. Boss, here are the car keys and contract.
I gave the keys to Fang Wantang. He was the only one kind to me when I had nothing.
Take it, it's yours now.
Sun Xiaojiao tried to hide behind bodyguards, thinking they could stop the inevitable.
I'm doing exactly that. So what? Hit me if you can. By the way, didn't you want the coal tycoon, President Qi, to apologize to you? Look, he brought 2 fighters with him. Make him apologize to you now.
Hu Changshan tried to settle a score. To me, he's just trash to be swept away.
I'll say it again. To settle a score with me, you're not worthy.
Qi Yuancheng ordered my arrest, giving me the chance to destroy him. But is the real game just beginning?
Exactly. We take this fraud, ruining the chairman's name, into custody. The chairman will be impressed. Maybe if Chairman Hu is happy, he'll give us 2 coal mines. Then we'll be filthy rich. Haha, man. You two, arrest this fraud right now.
Hu Changshan greets Chairman.
They actually think they can arrest me to impress the chairman. As the guards move in, I keep my eyes on the shadow in the window. Is that where the real threat hides? But for now, the farce ends here. The man they've been waiting for isn't here to save them. He's here to bow to me. Hu Changshan doesn't just arrive. He brings the weight of the entire coal authority to its knees. Look at Qi Yuancheng's face. The butcher just realized he's the one on the chopping block.
Qi Yuancheng, you dare threaten my most respected Chairman Ning.
Time for a masterclass in power. He's just a cockroach now. I let Hu recite my titles, stripping away their delusions, layer by layer.
I'll scare you to death with the introduction. Chairman Ning is none other than the founder of Nansheng First Future Group, a world-renowned financial legend and the creator of the world's first luxury car brand, Rolls-Royce, as well as the #1 stunt driver in the world, Storm Racing God.
Every word is a slap to Sun Xiaoxiao's ego. Founder, legend, God titles she's only seen in magazines are now attached to the woman she tried to humiliate. The silence that follows is the sweetest sound I've heard all day. I became a beggar to see if anyone had a heart. Unsurprisingly, they failed the test.
That day, I saw you both walking toward me, but the moment you saw me, you were afraid I'd ask for money, so you turned and left. Isn't that right, Sun Xiaoxiao?
She stammers, her face turning a pathetic shade of pale. She can't handle the fact that her lowly classmate was actually the one judging her from the dirt. She keeps trying to spin a story about me tricking Fan Wangtang, but her voice is shaking too much to be convincing. Hu Changshan has had enough of their balking. He steps forward to remind them that, without my intervention, their precious coal industry would have been buried years ago. I'm not just a chairman. I'm the reason they even have shoes on their feet.
I, Hu Changshan, wouldn't be here today. Back when Nan Province's coal industry was crashing, we knew Nan Province had mountains full of resources, but we had no equipment for survey or mining. When Chairwoman Tang found out, she hired scientists to invent new tech for us for free. That's how our entire coal industry survived in Nan Province. She is like a mother to me and my career. Do you think I'd mistake her?
The savior of the coal industry, that's a title that finally breaks Qi Yuancheng. He realizes he didn't just insult a woman, he insulted the god of his own livelihood. The realization is hitting him like a ton of bricks. Broken and desperate, Qi Yuancheng begged for a mercy I don't have.
Chairman Ning, I'm sorry. I will kneel and beg your forgiveness now.
He hits the dirt, his forehead touching the ground in a pathetic display of submission. Watching a man who thought he was a god crawl like a worm, this is the real price of testing my patience. Qi Yongmen can only watch in horror as her father's pride is ground into the dust. I order the Qi family erased from the map. Let them be tyrants in the breadline.
The Zhuang family used their wealth to act like tyrants and bully the weak, shut down their coal mines.
Their empire vanished. That is the true meaning of power. I gave Sun Xiaoxiao a final lesson on character over the vanity of wealth.
From the start, everything I said to you was the truth. But you didn't believe a single word. You thought the rich only lived wastefully and acted superior. But what you don't know is that many of them relied on hard work. Their sweat and effort built their wealth over time. They know its value and value character even more. Yet here you are, extravagant and cruel. Understand?
She looks at me, completely lost. Then comes a question she's been dreading, the one about her projects. She finally suspects that her success wasn't due to her talent, but my pity. She begged to keep her projects. I gave her everything, and now I'm taking it all back.
Mr. Ning, Chairman Ning, I beg you, don't take my projects away. We are from the same town, aren't we?
Who is watching me?